well tonight on this October 10th of 2023. Seems like I saw some of you all last night. This is getting repetitive, but that's okay. If you would, roll call for attendance. Albert Yance.
Present.
David Harwood.
Here.
Melissa Pickett.
Here.
Doug Matheson.
Here.
Pete Green.
Here.
All right, everybody's in attendance. If you would please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, approval of minutes, September 12th, 2023, regular and closed sessions. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion, any changes, council? Okay. Albert? David?
Aye.
Melissa?
Aye.
Pete?
Aye.
And Doug?
Aye.
All right. Okay, do I have a motion to approve the regular agenda?
So moved.
Okay, we have a first, second.
Second.
Any discussion on the agenda? Okay, Albert? David?
Aye.
Melissa?
Aye.
Doug?
Aye.
Pete?
Aye.
Okay, regular agenda is adopted. All right, consent agenda, budget amendment 2023-15, tax release 2023-1, and the Blowing Rock Lodge annexation application. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Do we have any discussion? Well, no discussion available on the consent. I'm sorry. Albert? David?
Aye.
Melissa?
Aye.
Doug?
Aye.
And Pete?
Aye.
All right, consent agenda passes. Now, public comments. Do we have someone? Okay. All right. Is that Mike Regar? Is that correct?
Yes, Mike Reagan.
Reggie, would you come up, please, and at the podium, state your name and address. You have roughly 3 minutes, give or take 4 seconds. Okay.
I thought it was the last of the agenda, so it caught me by surprise.
Well, we heard you were coming early.
Almost did. I've lived in Blowing Rock for 18 years, moved here from Dallas, Texas. I came up here because I was retired from American Airlines. My partner and I ran a subway here in town, and he is now presently running Gregory Allen's down on Main Street. And it has been a great 18 years living in my opinion, one of the greatest little towns in America. And I'm glad to be a citizen here. One of my first time here, I rented an apartment until I found where I was going to live. And it was from Kent Tarbell, who became a good friend of mine. I have never heard a bad word about the man. I thought the world of him. He was always kind, and not to mention all that he did for our town here in Blowing Rock, and just business that he ran for so long. The reason I'm standing before you, and I think many of you might agree, it's something that has been on my mind for some time. I would like to propose that the street that comes off 321 and around by Chatola up to Main Street would be named after Kent Tarbell. And I would like to suggest that would be brought up for discussion. He's been a great man. I miss him. And would you please consider honoring him with I'm suggesting from 321 up to Main Street mainly. And I think he deserves a name in our city. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you so much for that consideration. The council could consider that, but it's also a DOT road. So it does fall under, we don't own that street.
Oh, is that right?
It falls under the Department of Transportation of North Carolina.
So there's no way we can do something?
We'll look into it.
Thank you.
We'll look into it, and we'll take it from there. Thank you so much. Kent was a fabulous person, a leader of the community, and he will be sorely missed. Thank you. Would anybody else like to speak? Wow. We might get dinner tonight, council. All right, well,
On you.
I'm on a budget, okay? All right. Moving right along, official reports and comments. This is noticeably a light agenda. Okay, as your mayor, I would like to say thank you to the Blowing Rock Chamber, the BRCA, the citizens, the volunteers, all the individuals that put together the forum last night. I thought that all the candidates were well informed, and I was very pleased to see the citizens that showed up. I know a lot of them couldn't, but I was pleased to see the attendance that we had. That says a lot about our community and how people want to be involved. Don't forget, get out and vote November 7th. There's been some rumors going around, and I want to dispel these rumors since we have the news media here. I note this. Our current debt in Blowing Rock is $13 million. 2022, 2023. Projected debt 2023, 2024 is $15 million. Our budget 2019 was $11.5 million. With the council having the foresight that they have, the councils, and listening to the citizens' wants and needs, which were increasing our police, increasing our paramedics, water, sewer infrastructure, 24/7 opening or operation of our police facility here for people to walk in or call in, SRO at our school, many other things. Our councils listen to our citizens. That's what they're elected to do. And they're elected to make those tough decisions. It costs money to run a town. And to run a town like ours and make it first and foremost, it costs money. Our budget this year was 16.6. Now, keep in mind, the 11.5 in 2019 is 16.6 now. That's water, sewer, general fund. Our people do a great job. So those are the actual numbers. I sit up last night and went over them. And even had my wife look at them. She noticed that I wasn't getting paid anything. But I wanted to dispel that rumor. Those are the numbers. And if anybody wants to debate that, I'll be more than happy for them to give me a call. Now, that being said, Albert.
Well, no matter what you hear at the forum, there will always be a Blowing Rock. Okay? And keep in mind, when I first went on council, I think a police car fully equipped was around $22,000. We're now $68,000. And the town has the authority from the state of North Carolina to borrow $93 million. So we're way under what the state says we can do. Way under.
You know, thank you, Albert. You're right. Mr. Harwood.
It's actually 133 million. 8% times 1.6 billion of appraised property is 133 million. That's our statutory limit. I want to
I haven't seen that in writing.
I'll write it down. Two things. I want to thank the ABC board. We got a very nice gift from the ABC board, 204 or 240? $240,000. Just a testament to how well our ABC store, Miss Nations, the staff, the board, how they manage that. And that's on top of painting and a new warehouse door and some other things. So kudos to them and thank you so much. We'll find something we can do with that money for sure. And then I want to thank Kevin Rothrock. Kevin has been in the interim manager position for a while now. The town has been running smoothly. I think the staff, I won't say adores him, but certainly collaborates with him. And I appreciate you stepping into that, Kevin, and taking that responsibility. We need to recognize that.
Thank you.
Point
all
out
I've got.
Kevin for me.
Huh?
Point out Kevin for me.
He's a good-looking guy on the end.
Not this one, the other one.
Yeah.
Melissa Pickett.
Lord, y'all. I would just like to say, as a member of this council and a member of not only the regular board, but executive board of the chamber, and a member of the alumni that put on the event last night, and someone who ran 2 years ago on a campaign of unifying groups in this town, it did my heart amazingly good to see all the people at the candidates forum last night. That was one of the biggest ones that has happened in this town in years. And I'm going back to other members of my family that have served on this council and been to their forums also. And it was amazing to see that many people in our community come together and show interest in what goes on in our town. And that's just one of the things I've been striving to see happen. And it was just absolutely amazing to see last night. So, and my other thing is go App State. So that is why you will not see me in a suit tonight. So I'm hoping to go cheer my team on here in a little bit.
Mr. Matheson.
Catch up on a few things. I attended the Blue Ridge Community Leaders Council the 26th of September. And we had a speaker over there, Mr. Ron Hetrick, who's Vice President of Staffing Strategy and Senior Labor Economist for Lightcast. And it was great. I mean, it was amazing some of the things that he told us, and I'm just going to hit just a few of the highlights. You know, women are driving the workforce. We need 700,000 in the workforce right now just to start to recover. 8.8 million job openings right now. 5.5 million of them require no education. By the year 2030, 65% of the labor force will be over 65. They are saying that you will continually see a decline in labor age under 30. You're going to continually see a decline. That's why you're going to see the average age is going to continually go up. By the year 2034, there will be more older adults in the United States than there are what we consider children. It was some interesting things they had. I know, I think then the economic development was going to listen to him and check into some things. But tomorrow, I head to Chapel Hill for my league retreat with risk management, and unfortunately, it's at Chapel Hill. I will take all my Duke stuff and go proudly.
Well, probably, Doug.
Thank you.
How lucky can you be?
Thank you, Doug. Pete.
Just one thing, I've had a number of calls about speeding by Chitola. on that curve there. I know that's DOT, but I think we're gonna need to talk to somebody to do something before somebody gets hurt.
How are they doing that with the signs up now that stop you when you come around the curve where they're doing
Well,
sidewalks?
not so much now with the construction, but
Right.
I mean, coming off the 321 into town, people whip around that corner and, I mean, it's, Kevin,
Coming down from the light towards the lake.
yeah, yeah, for sure. So appreciate anything we can do in talking with DOT or somebody to put some focus on it. Thank you.
Well, now we're to Mr. Mosley. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Mosley is going to be going on an extended vacation. He's only been with us 40 years. He started when he was 10. He is retiring as town attorney. And we'll have an event later on celebrating the 40 years that he served our community. And I'd like to introduce Mr. Tucker Deal, excuse me. Tucker is going to be taking over as our town attorney. And we thank Tucker, and we know we'll get 40 years out of him too. So, is there anything you would like to say, Al?
I'll save it for later. I thought tonight was my last night until I was told that it wasn't. So I'll come back one more time to officially say goodbye.
Sounds good.
Maybe I'll go out with Albert.
November meeting, would you like to?
So we're gonna beat it out of here
Al
together.
is in a date or?
No,
It's gonna take you to dinner.
no, we're gonna,
Retire.
yep, we're gonna get on our horses and ride out of town.
Well, so in November, you would like to officially turn the reins over?
Only, I was gonna do that tonight. I'll come back in November to officially turn the reins over, but not stay for the meeting.
How you gonna ride off with Albert?
What's that gonna cost us?
Well, I was gonna
That'll
ask,
be free. That'll be free, no charge.
I was gonna ask him if he'd stay for the meeting if we took him to dinner afterwards, but.
Thank you.
Well, Alan, I tell you, I spoke to JB last night and at the forum briefly, and he said that thanks to you, you got him through 20 years. And so you've been a great help. So we'll see you in November, and you and Tucker can fight over that seat.
No fight here. Need to replace that name tag between now and then. Oh, you got it! Oh!
Hey, that girl's good.
That hurt.
Yeah, you're acting really fast.
Okay, so we'll have an official changing of the guard on the November meeting, okay? But thank you for everything. And Tucker, thanks for throwing your name in the hat. We're so blessed to have you, and thank you. So moving on to Mr. Kevin.
Since this meeting's going quick, I'm not gonna drag this on any longer either, but I'll give you a few updates for the public. I shared these with you mainly Friday and give the public a few updates. Today I finished attending the last class of the local government finance course. Also Cheryl Eggers in our office did as well through the School of Government. I'll be going to the North Carolina Planning Conference in Durham. I gotta go to Durham, so that'll be the end of this week.
Why don't y'all switch?
I would
That's what I was gonna
switch.
say.
I'm telling you, I'd switch. We've interviewed several candidates for finance director, and we'll do some follow-up interviews possibly next week. Memorial Park bathrooms, progress continues. All the exterior walls have been complete. They're starting up with, on the exterior with rock work. They brought pallets of rock in, and they'll start that up. When all the exterior is complete on the walls, and then they'll start up with the framing for the roof. Still on schedule. About mid-February, is that about right, Jared? Yes, sir. Main Street Water and Sewer Project, we just had a monthly meeting last week. 1,800 feet of water line laid so far, 1,400 feet has been tested and water sampled. They've trench cut, has been paved back about 300 feet. They can do about 100 feet at a time after it's been tested and the tie-ins have been done. Sidewalk, Green Construction, it's part of this project, is doing some sidewalk work in front of, it was El Rincon. I don't know what it's going to be next, but from there down to Hill Street, and also drainage structures there. Comprehensive Plan Subcommittee met last week and prepared a draft, and working through the draft with the subcommittee and working to have a public workshop meeting at the American Legion October 30th from 4 to 6 or 4 to 7. I don't remember the date, but more details will be coming out for that. AMI meter installation has been paused for about 2 weeks as our guys do meter reading for these next 2 weeks, and then they'll go back to that installation. Close on capital financing loan coming up Thursday, $665,000 for vehicles, skid steer, zero-turn mower, utility trailer, communications building. Halloween festival is coming up. It'll be on Saturday, October 28th. And you can go to the Chamber's website. I think there's a link on the town's website too, for all the activities that'll be going on there. On, again, Saturday, October 28th. That's all the updates I have. Be glad to answer a question.
Any questions for Kevin? Yes, Pete.
Update on the child care facility, how that's coming, and is the permitting process about to start with local and state people?
There's still some detail work to finish up, trim, and a little bit of painting and some cabinet work. The fencing has been put around the property. I don't have an update yet on sequencing for the state to come out, but I can get that to you.
Okay, thank you.
Good, counsel. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a short recess, and then we're going to go into closed session. No decisions to be made during this session. It is strictly for information purposes for the council. Read it up.
That's authority of North Carolina General Statute 143, 318, 11, 6.
Thank you so much for attending this evening. It's still light out.
You got